Hey Kiara, how's it going? You want a shout out? There we go. I'm good. Just gonna sort out links on Discord. Yep. Um, I'm basically ready to start casting my ears. Well, I'm basically ready to start making the mold for my ears. And yep, anytime. Just a reminder for any. Well, I'm not sure how many people are watching since I literally just started, but Sarah does a very chill hangout stream every morning, so her a follow. It's well worth catching. Hey Nihilus. Who did it? I didn't guess it. Second of. Oh yeah, I'll probably do this a bit later as well, but just gonna exclamation mark poll. There's a poll up right now just to decide what I'm gonna start playing for my shorter streams that I usually do for tabletop RPG stuff. It's a bit of a short list at the moment as I basically couldn't access my list because I basically just go over the tweets of previous polls and get my ideas from there. But yeah, I'll probably start that next week because I'm streaming Sonic the Hedgehog this week anyway. No less, you're back in your cage and doing just fine. Despite all your rage. Pink Fawn, how's it going? Oh, hey Tau Kissy. God and Son sounds interesting. Oh yeah, it's one of my all-time favourite RPGs. Oh, that was a Mr. Brightside reference, no less. I'll be honest, I hear loads of people talking about it all the time, but I can never quite remember it. Oh, and hey Yan. Righty, that's all my links sorted. So, How's it going, everyone? Yeah, so fun story. I had to go back into work this morning to drop. Basically, I had some equipment in my pocket I need to drop back off. So that actually means I'm wearing my shoes instead of my slippers. But the thing is, my boots have a slight heel on them. And I've just spent the entire sort of last hour or so finding my horns are just grazing the tops of doors. I was like, wait, what's going on? And then literally just now I walked into my room and realised, wait, I'm wearing heels. I just wonder if actual tieflings would have that problem. Like, normally they forget their horns are there, but when they start wearing heels or something and their horns end up knocking into door frames and stuff. Oh, yeah. Hopefully my microphone's positioned okay. Oh yeah, I can't really show you my ears at the moment, but I'm just waiting for some silicon to arrive tomorrow, and I can create the first cast. I've got a small silicon mould kit. I'm not sure it'll be enough, so I'm basically waiting for a large bottle to arrive. Start the game. Oh yeah, you got any projects going on, Pink Form? Oh yeah, Golden Sun. Sorry, I went on a couple of tangents there and dropped all of them. So yeah, Golden Sun's very fun. It's basically a Game Boy Advance franchise. It got an entry on the DS, but that wasn't as good. Basically, it's the idea is that, well, it's sort of very classic JRPG style setup. You have your turn-based combat. You have your basically the main thing is main characters are from a village of people who have an ability called Psi Energy, which is literally just psychic powers, and it's functionally magic. There's a load of abilities you can have that sort of affect the environment. So like there's a search ability that sort of, well, it's just a sort of a scan type thing. Telekinesis and all that. And no, it's just a very fun, well put together RPG. Pink Fawn, you started another Genshin Impact project for some reason. Cool. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Genshin Impact because, you know, gacha mechanics, but it has some very cool character designs. Oh yeah, some very exciting news. I finally achieved something I've basically been wanting to do for like 10 years. And bought a 3D printer. So that's going to arrive tomorrow. It's a resin printer. I forget what it's called, but it's quite a good budget model. And resin printers are basically good for well, obviously you can make a lot of custom miniatures with them, so that'll be fun. But what it's also going to be useful for is I'll basically be able to sort of 3D print an object and then create a mold of that, cast it in something else. And I'll also be able to create basically sort of textures I can use to basically heat my craft foam projects and sort of impress on them. And all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, and you know, I'll be able to actually 3D print parts for various projects. Okay, so last time I went this way, it was a fight with a load of lycanthropes, which I lost quite handily. So Octavia's best equipped to do this, apparently.
Done and done.
Golden Golem. Okay, what's that done? Antique paintings have been ruined by some talentless painter who glammed them up to appease Ferrotti's tastes. Criminal. Okay, can I just sneak past these golems then?
Let's make this quick.
Okay, they noticed. Melodic sounds like 100 tiny bells rings from under the floor, from the walls and even from the ceiling. It seems that you've activated a magical alarm. Okay. Okay, immune to Fire Blast. Of course it is.
Stand down.
Okay, not good.
Tear them apart.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay, they're poisonous when they die. How annoying.
Hey, can someone help me?
Okay, that's not good, that's not good. I'm down a rogue. Okay, stone skin. How long does that last again? 10 minutes a level. Okay, 40 minutes. Let's go. Could have sworn I had communal. Oh. I have no idea what happened there. Immune to fire, of course.
You offend me. They go down.
-2 con, not ideal. Exactly, quite nervous. Quote number 28. Well, obviously the party can't do without its second rogue, can it? To be fair, she's like the third rogue now. Oh no.
Your time is over.
Okay, not ideal. Up it gets.
Away, you rascal! Bring it! Lindsay was called forth.
Okay, cure poison. No, she's got cure poison. Neutralize poison.
I'm not afraid.
What just happened? Oh, frick. So a bunch of them have been summoned, eh?
Stand down.
Okay, good. Octavia. Make sure I get a sneak attack. Okay. Well, she would get a sneak attack if she didn't miss.
Taste my flavor.
Comes the golem. Okay, can Amiri get a charge in? No, not quite.
Tear them apart! Serves you right. You offend me.
I really need to head out and see if I can heal. It won't work, but
Protect me.
it's
Now you see me, now you don't.
so I'm gonna try slipping out and then I'll see if I can.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Okay, those doors came open. Interesting. Oh yeah, I'll save before I do anything else. Gonna try leaving and seeing if I can just take a short rest. Because I've burnt a ton of resources on the initial few battles there. Tavia, what you had fast movement. Love how everything just goes whoomp when you enter, well, when an area you've had a load of battles in. Oh yeah, there's no reason to be stealthed right now. I like how functionally the King's Castle is literally just another dungeon. Interesting. It's got a sort of a okay, quick rest. Good, it only took 2 hours. Yeah, I forgot, what's his face, his special ability did that. Okay. Let's do some side questing then. Lonely Mountain. Am I meant to be here yet? Oh, a servant says, please follow me. Okay. Tombst. Marchioness Clarida della Fione. What is it? I wasn't expecting guests. A woman comes out of the back rooms in a dress that was once expensive but is now moth-eaten and heavily mended. Her posture and gait give away a noble upbringing. She seems to be in her 40s, though some pain or suffering might have worn her beyond her years, leaving wrinkles across her face and grey in her hair. Okay, this must be Octavia's mum. I am Marchioness Clarida. Clarida? Okay, that was an unfortunate mispronunciation. Della Fione. Fione. Welcome to my manor. I'm afraid I have nothing to offer you, so I have the honour of knowing you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Hello, Mother. Yep, so just to remind everyone who doesn't know it, Octavia's backstory, along with Ragongar, is that they were both given away by their families for one reason or another, and sold into slavery. So this is Octavia's sort of side quest, sort of finding out why. Oh, Octavia? God, my Octavia, is that really you? It's been so many years. Marchioness steps forward to hug her daughter, tears in her eyes, but she stops when she sees Octavia's stony gaze. You're Octavia? You're? My last memory of you is selling me to the slave traders, and you dare call me yours? Poor words, but fair. Octavia, my child, let me tell you what happened. Afterwards, you may decide on your own what to do. Even if it means you wish to see me again, I'd be happiest to know you're safe and sound. I'm listening. Hey, he was Octavia's father. You know, I'm her boss, so I guess I'm asking the questions for her. Pathetic wrench. Nothing more. Visiting elf swept a silly young girl off her feet, then vanished as soon as he learned expecting. I care not to even say his name. So yeah, Octavia's a half-elf, I keep forgetting that. How did Octavia become a slave? My father, may his soul rest in peace, was a very stern man. Some would say cruel. He found out I was expecting the child of some adventurer, he expelled me from the house and cut me off from any inheritance. I scraped by my own 3 years, sewing, teaching and the like. Then father discovered he was dying, and the Della Fione line would end. So he told me he would leave the full inheritance to me, if only I would get rid of my disgrace. Get rid of you. And so you did. Traded me for an inheritance. I see. No, it wasn't like that at all. I had a plan. Deceive him, you know. Made arrangements for a man from the Technic League. I was supposed to take you to Numeria. You were there until my father died. Bring you back. I was trying to do what I thought was best for you. Do you understand? I want you to grow up in your own manner, in luxury rather than poverty. Father was gone. The man from the Technic League said he didn't remember any such arrangements. He said he bought you, had already sold you, and had no idea where you were anymore. I guess the moral of the story is, don't deal with people who trade people. Like, if someone kind of thinks they can own a person, they're probably not a very nice person, you know? As far as I can tell, not one person in this family possesses the ability to think through the consequences of their own. Why didn't you buy her back? I had no idea where she was. Octavia, believe me. I continued to look for you all these years. I spent all of the inheritance hiring sleuths and investigators to scour Numeria and the River King for you. You were nowhere to be found. Those scouts must have had a great feast to your health, but without moving a finger. How naive to pay for such services up front. Wow, she is just getting roasted by everyone. The Marchioness wipes tears from her eyes. I knew you were still alive. I could feel it. Never stop searching. I just wanted to see you again. Just once. To at least beg your forgiveness. What do you say, Octavia? What is there to say? Mother, you're such a fool. Octavia sobs. Think we wouldn't have done fine without a title? I'd have grown up, learnt some craft. We'd have been poor, probably, but at least we'd have been together. Ah. Marchioness and Octavia hold each other tight. You stay, at least for a little while. There's so much to talk about. Isn't it dangerous for you here, though? Just a couple of servants? There's a lot of disquiet in Pitax right now, and trouble all around. Magical beasts, barbarians. I live in Barony. God. Just chose that name over 200 hours of gameplay ago, and it's just ruining moments like this. Completely annihilating them. How's everyone's week going, by the way? Have you heard of it? It's recently established. Maybe you can move there. I'll be able to tell you what I've been doing all this time, and show you what I've achieved. Listen to that, Kiara? Barony McBaronface. As you say, my child, I'll begin packing immediately. 5,760 experience. Octavia hugs her mother again. I'll be waiting for you. I'll give the orders to pack and call for a carriage immediately. Okay, you don't mind if I loot this place while you're busy? Is that okay? Okay, I guess I'll have to return to Baronface to talk to Octavia about that. Notice you paid $5 for a Switch game that showed up in a search for cheap horror games. Oh yeah? Which one? And was it any good? And exactly, Nihilus. Quote 598. Once again, the names I chose are the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. Let's have a wander around the academy and the port before I finish storming King of Verotti's castle. And hope I don't break the game in the process. I mean, I'm loving this game so far, but it feels like it's held together with rubber bands. You know, one thing I hope they did in Breath of the Righteous is give you more options for tieflings. Nice stage. I wonder if I was actually supposed to come to the academy to talk to NPCs. Imar Deschamps. Gone is the confident and well-groomed playwright who approached you at the Rushlight tournament. Imar Deschamps, who sent you to defeat the river pirates, is pale and wan as though he had not slept for days. Shakily runs a hand through his hair as you approach. It's a terrible mistake. I owe you an apology and an explanation. He holds up a hand as if to request patience or to ward off a blow. Walsh Kelvoway, the magistrate, knows that I have a way of words. Wouldn't think about that now I'm stumbling over myself. Notice it's called Infernium. Was on sale for 5, normally 25, barely worth the 5. Oh, I haven't heard of it. It's a somewhat frustrating puzzle game where the puzzle is do arithmetic while casting enemies in a circle. Interesting. What's that sort of Resident Evil like Silent Hill like game everyone's been playing lately, the science fiction one? Solaris or something like that? Bits of it look pretty, you guess. Church plot as there is, some grad student took shrooms in a cave and discovered an afterlife. Well then. He may be cruel, but he's devious. I think he wanted to test my loyalty and eliminate rivals at the same time, so he recruited me as a spy. Seemed natural. What with my husband in the guards? Okay, so the guard he was talking to is literally his husband. That's cool. He says it's going to turn into Nimona. I just couldn't refuse. Not to make me look like a threat to the state. The king is already putting a squeeze on the city guard hard enough, so that would threaten my Tolwyn too. Now I've concocted a story to get you to attack someone on the pretense of piracy, knowing it wasn't true. Imar withers with shame. Looks nervously around. You need to get out of here before there's more trouble. I'm going to do what I can to make this right, though. Faster than you can say. Well, you better run. Imar Deschamps shouts an approaching woman, a voice silencing all of the other conversations for 100 feet. It is Renchala Bascari, who had overseen the convoy you attacked, and she proudly wears light blue clothing, embroidered with the heron insignia of the Riverstone Trade House. You have the gall to show your face in Pitax after your slander and treachery? Who do I have to blame for this heinous attack on my shipment? My family. And my crew members. Several of her personal guards array themselves behind her, watching grimly. At the same time, onlookers begin gathering to see what's happening. Is it this miserable actor? And who lines your pockets, I wonder? Who would stand to profit from my family's misfortune by hiring assassins? Did she just call me an assassin? No less Stellaris, you think? Oh yeah, well I've seen Icky Fu play through it, and it looks fantastic. Walsh Killaway. Stand aside, make for the King's Magistrate. The Honourable Welsh Calloway makes his way to the conversation with a squad of Pitax's guard in tow. Sergeant Talwyn Almarian, keep the peace as I handle these miscreants. He tugs irritably on his sash before looking at you. As for you, it is convenient you have spared us the trouble of arresting you for sentencing. How dare you show your face in Pitax after launching an unprovoked attack on the Riverstone Trade House, lifeblood of our city and pride of our kingdom. You have slain our people and threatened the prosperity of every citizen gathered here. It was not her fault, declares Amir as he steps forward. I accept responsibility for... Magistrate interrupts. Listen, now this villain has begun poisoning the minds of our people, using doubt and venom to make us see ourselves as fiends when the mastermind stands before us. Points accusingly at you. Yes, proud citizens of Pitax, from this foreign miscreant stems all of these ills. Sergeant Tolwyn seems baffled by what's happening, looking for guidance from Emir. The latter looks back with sad resolve. But we are a civilized and high-minded people, declares Walsh Calloway. Let us hear from the accused. Smugly he turns to you and waits your response. Tavia looks worriedly at Tolwyn. Look at him, Brioche. That's love. If we don't keep Emma safe, I'll have broken these two apart. I don't think I can sleep without my conscience. Kanara. The treacherous poet should be escorted to the gallows with a loop in the news for every lie. That's the sort of show I'd gladly watch from the front row. Nick! Good evening all, going to be lurking while you do a bunch of silly racing game driving. Hope we're all having a great day. Yep, I'm having a good day. I've got a 3D printer arriving tomorrow, my first one, realising a 10-year long dream, which I'm excited about. I've got a poll, which I'm just going to put in chat, up to decide what I'm playing as sort of my warm-up for tabletop RPG stuff. So basically replacement for Leonard's Inception. I'm doing a bunch of side quests. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have the silicon I need to make the cast for my ear. And then hopefully within a few days I'll have the silicon I need to make the actual ears. Okay, let's see. If I'm found guilty, what happens? You are the head of a foreign state. The magistrate admits with disdain. Although putting you under arrest is not within my humble power, you shall be reviled as a treacherous murderer and scoundrel throughout the River Kingdoms. Okay, so lawful goods, I'm innocent and I refute your accusations. Lawful neutral, you are the one behind all this and I can prove it. I can say I'm innocent and just pin it all on MR. I can go neutral good and just fall on my own sword. I can go chaotic neutral and just kill everyone. But I don't really want to go chaotic neutral because that would mean killing the captain of the guard. Okay, I'm gonna have to go lawful neutral here, even though it makes my skin itch. Because I have proof that he was the one who done it. A cruel sneer cracks Judge Calverway's face. The red-handed criminal questions the judicial system. Very well. How do you refute the state's accusations? You warned Renchala Vascari of an impending attack, not from pirates, but from me. It's as though you had hoped I would attack her and incriminate myself. I was prepared to condemn you for theft and murder, yet it is no trouble for me to add forgery to the counts against you. Judge Calloway peers at the page for a moment before adding, and even if it is so, it is my sacred duty to protect the people against the foreign pretenders and predators from your lawless land. Renchala Vascari steps forward. Forgery? You sent this letter directly to me, Your Honour. You warned me about Brioche, and I have received at least 10 letters from you before. The writing and the seal match. Why would the accused forge a letter that incriminates herself? No, you're blustering because you worked with this playwright to attack me. Though the crowd seems moved by Judge Calloway's rhetoric, the muttering minority begins questioning his narrative. Okay, diplomacy 35. I have 26, so I need at least a 9. Wonder if it lures if I keep presenting more evidence. You told me of the so-called pirates, Judge Calverway. What do you have to gain by painting your own people as outlaws? Of course I warned against pirates. Judge Calverway responds indignantly. King of Virati's soldiers patrol our territory to ensure the safety of all. And there are those who would exploit the River Freedoms to attack our merchants. He looks at you for a moment before turning to the crowd. Clearly our king was right to worry about foreign powers preying upon our people. The crowd seems moved. Okay, it's still at 35. The playwright Emar Deschamps asked me to attack the Vascari convoy, though he misinforms me about my target's identity.
It's true, Emar proclaims, eliciting a gasp from Tolwyn. I concocted a story to get Brioche in trouble. Would not be here now if it were not for my deception.
Tell them. Who made you do this? The playwright squares his shoulders before pointing at the magistrate.
Walsh Kellovway approached me, demanding that I trick Brioche into attacking the convoy for the good of Pissax. What I thought was a service to the kingdom has endangered our people and the innocent woman before us. Lies, slander, explodes the magistrate. How easy it must be for a playwright to spin such a web of falsehoods to confuse the listener and betray his neighbours. No good people of Pissax. Imarchus Champ was born not in our fair nation, but in Taldor, where intrigue and backstabbing are second nature. It should come as no surprise he would find a kindred spirit in Brioche.
Okay. Looks like I'm just going to have to make a diplomacy check. The Vascaris have long been a thorn in your side. You stood to gain from their fear, especially if you got someone else to do your dirty work.
Walsh Kellovway sneers. Your defence is that the people of Pissax are petty and treacherous. No, the Riversong Trade House has always been an honoured part of the community. He has nothing to fear so long as it has King of Eroti's protection.
Renshala Vascari speaks up. It's no secret that the Riversong Trade House and the King have disagreed about his policies. His agents have put up additional pressure on us to support him, and now we have this threat of foreign attacks to make us come crawling to the King for protection. As you continued making your case, the crowd voiced its doubts of Judge Kellovway and his accusations. As he tries to regain order, some guards jeer and boo at him. You have not yet won the crowd's approval, but neither has the magistrate. Okay, the check's gone down to 25. I cannot fail this. I have presented my evidence. Surely now the people can see that I'm not guilty. And I've rolled a 40. Excellent.
Do not forget that Pissax is the land of law and justice, the king's justice. As appointed magistrate and defender of the people, it is my job to declare you guilty.
Judge Kellovway sneers in grim triumph before staring back at the crowd's outburst. Clearly he was hoping for the grudging support of the onlookers, rather than hate you for attacking the Vascari convoy. Most people seem to sympathise with you and blame Walsh Kellovway for framing you. He tugs at his sash so hard it nearly tears before spinning to leave. Okay, so Chance, shall I kill this guy or let him run? To be honest, I think just letting him run feels a bit more fun. He might be a problem later. No less do I want a poll. Yeah. Yeah, go on, throw up a poll. Just set it for like 2 minutes. I'm sure there's something else we can talk about in the meantime. Anyone else having storms where they are? Pinkthorn, very much so. Kiara shrugs. Yeah, quite a lot of the storms have been happening while I've been at work, so I've basically been serving a load of waterlogged people. Pinkthorn, you got caught in one on your way home from work on Saturday, and that sucks. Yeah, there's a guy who was walking his dog who I just sort of let step in because in theory we're not really supposed to have dogs in the store, but you know, can't exactly expect them to stand out in the rain. Standing near the door was sort of messing up the automatic door stuff, so Yeah. Okay, current poll. What to do with fraudster guy? Execute or chase him off? Get your votes in, folks. For those who weren't aware, he basically told me to attack. Told me a bunch of pirates were harassing the city. I mentioned it would be great if someone did something about it. But secretly, that it was actually a merchant convoy. Had also been told that I'd probably personally come and rob them. Thank you, Nihilus. If I'm trying to think of funny ways to describe the options, that's fair. Yep, so I think it's like 2 minutes to get your votes in, so everyone hurry. Okay, that's 1 vote for execute. Still no votes for chase him off. Okay, 2 votes for execute. Nihilus, you could have run him down or run him through. Oh, and a vote for chase him off. Just a couple of seconds to go. Get your votes in quick. And called. Yep, guess we're gonna stab him. I mean, he's a corrupt cop, so let's earn some blue laces. Oh wait, we have to...
I'm wounded.
Oh, come on. Wait, I'm just gonna double check. No Torwin. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's only his guards who are opposed to us, so...
Your time is over.
Torwin... Yeah, okay. As long as the bard and his husband are safe, that's fine. Doing the violence. Ow, he sucks at hitting people. Oh, bloody hell. Wait, was that one of the, Okay, no, cool. Important NPCs safe. Nasty. Bonk. He wasn't that tough. Exactly, Nellis. He minored in violence so he could major in framing.
Imar seems unable to find the right words to say. I was at fault, but I was ready to accept the blame. But you never blame me for anything. I don't understand. I'm grateful. You could have abandoned me to suffer for my wrongdoings, yet you shielded me. I wouldn't forget this. Sergeant Tolwyn approaches and puts a comforting hand on his husband's shoulder. I don't understand all of what just happened, he admits. He gives Imar a scolding look before adding, but I'm sure my husband will be happy to explain it to me later. I can tell that he was in trouble, and you stepped in to protect him, or I might not have been able. I appreciate that so much. I want you to know that we, the guards, are outraged with King Everati and his ever-crueler policies. I think Walsh might have wanted to provoke me to revolt, and use it against the guard. Anyway, please take this. Before I don the uniform of Pitax, I wore this as a cell sword. Fasten received. Tolwyn's armor. Nice. Giara, work calls. Have a nice stream. Oh, thanks as always for dropping by. Stay safe, and I hope you have a good shift. Renshala Vescari. As Ema and Talwyn depart, Renshala approaches you. We may not have met under the best circumstances, yet I think I understand why your people respect you. What you just witnessed was King Everati's idea of justice. I don't care for it at all. Please, take this amulet. It will let others of my family know that you are a friend. She gives you a shallow bow and then departs for the docks. River Song Amulet. And 4,800 experience. Nice. I guess that was the best ending.
Just letting the ink dry.
Okay, let's see what they got. Oop. Granted Kukri. The Battle of the Century. Protection. Oop. Oh yeah, Lindsay, just heal us up, would you? Now let's look at this amulet. You finished the quest I've got to give you it. Yeah, sorry I don't recognise which song that's the tune of. Oh yeah, let's look at this armour. Okay, medium armament, chainmail. Protects its wearer from critical hits and sneak attacks. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I might give that to Miri. Yeah, I'll give it to Amiri. It's probably best on the tank. Yeah, overall that's better. Okay, Swift Injustice. This +4 Kukri deals an additional 2 damage to helpless targets. Wow. Riversong Amulet. +5 to all persuasion and athletic skill. Checks and resist electricity 20. Competence bonus. So this gives me a morale bonus. So does anything else give me a morale bonus to persuasion? Yeah, okay.
So the bonus to athletics and resist electricity is a nice bonus. Bard Battle of the Century. Bard Battle of the Century. Unrivaled, animated Balavera to share stage with 2 foreign stars. Animaid's adversaries, Maestro Oculus, the silver-tongued heart stealer from faraway lands, love lyrics and historical sketches. Here are the towering troll bard from across the sea. It's a set of ballads about his travels in mysterious ancient dungeons. Event sponsored by Pitaxis Cities Strait. Tickets, contact your town hall representatives. Alright, look at this photograph, Nolus. That makes sense, actually. Hey, let's just save. And I imagine there's something for Lindsay's quest to see how her book's doing. I guess I can't enter yet. Right, guess there's nothing to do yet. Oh, I'm suffering from heavy encumbrance. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop some stuff. You know, like the suits of full armour. There's any merchants about? Okay, let's have a look at the port. Oh, hey, a merchant. Okay, let's offload some of this then. Plate +4. Don't need that. So I had an idea for a D&D item that's literally just light armor, but like the whole joke is it's basically like holographic armor. So it's sort of like a force field that also has a cosmetic effect. +3 resistance. Actually, someone might be able to use that. Breaker +3. Protection. That. Dagger. I've got better stuff. Unstoppable Conda. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm not sure I've really got... Actually, no, it's a bastard sword, so I can give it to my fighter when I get back. Don't need that. Don't really need Swift Injustice. Oh, hang on to Golden Tongue.
think that's everything. I've been hefting around full plate +4 this entire time. No wonder I keep... Okay, onwards and forwards then. Got to be something to do around the docks. Exactly, pink fun, literal light armour. And yes, no less, hard light armour, basically. Made by a magesmith named Mike. Mike's hard light armour. Yeah, that's an American brand, but I've already heard about it. Namely because I think I've seen that one meme about Mike's hard lemonade being a legitimate, well, fitting the pattern for a D&D spell. Okay, is there anything else around here? Ooh, what dinged? Did something ding? Okay, what have we got? Quarterstaff, worthless. Decorated scabbard. I'll take them. Oh. Ooh. Bunch of stuff in barrel of herrings for some reason. No less, a good joke alert. No less, I can't hold anymore, I've got a full plate. Amazing. And that, no less, is why we're friends. Masterwork Great Axe. There's a merchant over there I can sell them to right away. Whoa! Wasn't expecting that.
I did as you asked.
That's a River Fox's Memento Pendant. +5 on all mobility and trickery checks. In addition, 1d6 to all flanked opponents, 9 their opponent's dexterity bonus as per sneak attack. An additional 3d6 against targets that aren't in combat. Oh heck yeah. I might want to save this for Knock Knock, but... I use Knock Knock more often, so I'll give it to him later. And more Sky Metal, perfect.
How cute!
Okay, is there anything else around here? No. Sure, I hope no one asks about the chest I robbed. Notice, I wonder what's in this red barrel. Game, G now. To be fair, it kind of makes sense that there'd be booby-trapped treasure chests around there. Oh yeah, let's look in the pub. Best mate Weller. A dark-haired middle-aged man with a sailor's gait, trimmed beard and grumpy face is blocking away.
Ma'am, my name is Weller, and it is my honour to serve you as first mate aboard the pirate ship called the Prestigious. I'd like to ask you for a favour. Help me save my merry crew of sea dogs from drowning in the bottoms of their bottles. I count on your help. Without you, my crew will drown in drunkenness and decadence.
Amiri. What's he babbling about? I thought pirates were tough fighters. You know, feisty guys on ships. These are just drunks and rattlebrains. What's your problem?
Milo grimly points at the drunken pirates. There, our crew has placed an order. A wizard named Blakemore agreed to create a grimoire for us, a book, or a masterpiece of art. We're supposed to meet him at this tavern 2 or 3, well, several days ago. He hasn't shown up. Worse, we have no idea where we should look for him. Blakemore is an extraordinary man full of amazing stories, but is jealous of his solitude. In truth, the whole crew stays here drinking, waiting for him for days and days. And if it goes on like that, why, we'll lose our image as honest pirates. What respected client would want to hire us then? It's long past time for us to set sail. But Captain Martin will hear nothing of it. He won't leave without the book. I need your help. I have to overthrow the captain and take command. I'm not the most popular man in the crew. Martin is like an amusing and irresponsible father for the sailors. I'm the strictest mother ready to put a rolling pin to use. I need someone who can persuade the sailors to take my side. There aren't many who support me now. Just those who want to fill our sails with southern winds. It's true, we live in an age of decline and decadence. Okay, it's gonna turn out he's the bad guy, isn't it? Notice, the brand name, Red Barrel Wine, doesn't seem to be taken. Pity you don't drink. I mean, you can still make wine when you don't drink. I'd wager you're curious what you'll stand to gain. I'll answer you. Robbing raids are a thing of the past for this ship and her crew. We'll dedicate ourselves to trading elite art pieces. This is a highly profitable business, and that's just as true for anyone drawing taxes from our vessel. If you help me, then after I become captain, I'll pursue this business under your banner. This will only work if I'm captain. Can't speak for Martin. He always preferred robbery over honest trade. Aren't you worried I'll reveal your plans to the captain? No, I'm not. For many years I kept this crew afloat. Both our ships and our business. If I don't overthrow the captain, in a few weeks there won't be any crew left. Answer me this about Blakemore and the grimoire. I'm ready to tell you what you wish, if it helps you to, help us. Tell me about the grimoire. Well, spits grimly. Not much to be told. It's a book. It's big and beautiful, covered with calligraphy. Knowing Blakemore, I bet it's full of magical surprises. But its main value lies in the perfection of the visual aesthetics. Well, smirks. I sound like an artist, don't I? As you can see, throughout the years I've become well versed in all matters of art. I've practically grown to love it. Who is Blakemore? I've heard many accounts and I don't believe any of them. Let's just say Blakemore is a living phenomenon. Listen to him for 5 minutes, you'll hear the most impossible stories any dreamer's mind could ever produce. But at the same time, he's an extraordinary gifted wizard and a skilled artist. I can attest to that personally, I'm pleased to say. I've got no more questions. I've got a question about your line of work. What exactly would you like to know? Tell me about your ship, the Prestigious. You wouldn't find a more glorious pirate ship anywhere. We're not some pathetic bandits who attack fishermen and cargo ships full of cabbages. The Prestigious chases only art. Pieces of art, I mean. I was never a big admirer of art, but when I learnt how much the nobles are willing to pay for it, their aesthetics and beauty just overwhelmed me. Usually we've been selling most of our loot to King of Brioche. Speaking of which, Blakemore's grimoire was commissioned by Brioche too. Okay, I'm not sure I want to side with this guy. I actually became a pirate. It's a long story. When I was a yeoman in Rostland, but when House Rogaveria, when all those things happened, with House Rogaveria, just as a refresher, they just sort of disappeared. I raised anchor and took off in an instant. I could feel upheaval coming, just like I could feel the wind shift northwest at midnight. Back in Deadbridge, I met Captain Martin, who was recruiting a new crew. The crew soon grew to believe it was my responsibility to, well, arrange things, to manage everything. The captain is good at strategic planning, but he's not so skilled in questions of discipline. On the Prestigious, I listen to the captain, the crew listens to me. But it only works so long as I don't contradict Martin. Let's leave that for now. We've got more important things to discuss. We'll sort later. I'm counting on you. Fair wins.
Okay, let's go find his captain and see what he's got to say for himself. Oh yeah, innkeeper, what's up? Okay, this is just the same entry every innkeeper has. I'll set in my axes. They're heavy. My axis is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. How you doing? You guys behaving themselves?
As my dear lady tragically lost her eyesight, can you see not what's going on here? The pirates will soon tear this tavern apart, board by board, and the guardsmen don't dare come in here.
No, unless you got hit by a single ad. Oh yeah, that was happening while I was on Kiara's stream earlier. Don't know if Twitch have changed their advertising policies. Notice. It's a long story. There was this man who had 6 fingers on his left hand. Presumably that was about in response to how he became a pirate. I might have to cut this short to a 2-hour stream. Because I'm feeling a bit blag all of a sudden. How are things going in this city?
How can they go? King of Rossi rules, painters paint, sailors drink, travellers roam the streets, bars compose their trifles. Everyone finds something to do, or to avoid doing anything.
Can I rest here?
You have coin?
If you don't, well, I'm not running a charity here. 10 gold. Okay, maybe later. We'll talk next time. Okay, Captain Martin's over here. A tall, confident man stands before you wearing a fancy hat and charming smile.
Ah, visitors. And who do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name is Captain Martin. There have been so few new faces in the tavern recently, for some reason. Can I be of any use to you?
Hand over command to Weller before the crew hangs you. What are you doing here?
We have a rendezvous with most outstanding artist, but he's rather late. My crew needs a way to blow off some steam, or the bloodthirst will get the better of them. Is there any way you can help me? You see, not long ago I commissioned a wizard named Blakemore to create a grimoire. It should be an amazing book, a masterpiece of calligraphy and fine arts. Blakemore is a phenomenal genius, and author of some mighty tall tales. Alas, punctuality is not one of his virtues. He's not much good with people at all. Blakemore has lived too long a hermit. In fact, we don't know where he lives. But if you ever cross paths with him, and you can somehow bring back the grimoire to us, our gratitude would be immense. And of course, we'll immediately set off without disturbing the peace of these good citizens.
I have a question for you. Captain adjusts the rapier on his belt with a swaggering gesture.
Our ship has visited every port in the world. I know a few things that will surprise you.
I've never heard of you. Who are you?
Haven't you heard? Perhaps you're not interested in art. I'm the famous Captain Martin, commander of the pirate ship Stygius. We are masterpiece hunters, art thieves, and welcome guests in the houses of collectors and connoisseurs of beauty. I'd admit, King of Rossi himself hosted me over the palace more than once, and he's always been satisfied with my gifts.
Tell me about your crew.
Oh, our crew is a team of extraordinary ladies and gentlemen. Pallas the elf, who was picking a fight so gracefully when you entered, he's a true master of boarding fights. Senior sailor, Shagnak, is quite funny and witty fellow like no one else, or sometimes his half-orc prevails, and his tricks start posing a danger to others, but everyone has some flaws, right? Babar is a true dwarf and a natural-born ship's treasurer. His budget always squares with the treasury, although one time he strangled a sailor because the treasury couldn't cover his salary. But in the end, his budget was spot on. Over there in the corner, that's Bloodmund. I've never met a more gloomy and rude man. They say he was once a crewman on the ship of the Damned, but I'd wager that's just a tall tale. And let's not forget my first mate Weller. He's my right hand, a man of impeccable loyalty, And don't tell anyone I told you, but he's a great fan of ours. It's a pity he hides his passion. We all know about it, of course.
Martin winks conspiratorially at you. Tell me about your travels.
That'll be a long story. I can say without exaggeration, there's no sea in the world we haven't sailed.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop doing that voice because I think I'm losing it a bit there. Exactly, Nellis. He strangled a guy because he couldn't pay him. I'm beginning to think these aren't particularly nice people.
There's no sea in the world I haven't sailed. I've traded with the Kaleshites, talked with the sages of Absalom, traded gorgeous carved masks from the Garand Aborigines for rum, fought off elfin raiders who come in the middle of the night, howling like wolves.
Okay, he's a colonialist.
I participated in the regatta, organised by the Aspis Consortium, taking honourable second, and only because of the dishonest ploys of my rival, the Hurricane King himself, Captain Kerdek Bonefist, leader of the three captains and ruler of the Shackles, giving me that magnificent rapier as a gesture of respect.
I'll listen to your stories later. Hand over command to Weller before the crew hangs you. Martin smiles uncomprehendingly, and you hear Weller's footsteps behind.
Sir, let's do this without bloodshed. Give up your command. You'll be the death of the crew. Weller, is this a mutiny? You're kidding me. My crew would never betray me. I'm the best captain in all the seas. Right, crew?
Okay, diplomacy 40. Ooh, I need a high roll for that. That was a joke. Silence falls for a few seconds, then the sailors explode into laughter. The captain laughs louder than anyone.
Ha! I just love jokes like that. On the tip of the knife, right? Walking on the edge. And Weller played along so well, the old devil. I've known you for so many years, and I still don't know you well enough. I believed you, I confess, but don't do it again.
Martin threatens you with a finger. I have to go.
Well, farewell then. You can always find me again on this drunken sandbar. Of course, until the East Wind spirits us away.
Okay, so we need to find the grimoire. Wherever that is. Right, yeah, let's talk to the other people. Bloodmond, a grim man with long brown hair and an unpleasant face, is drinking in the corner alone. He doesn't seem to be pleased with your attention.
What do you want, Missy?
Who are you?
And who are you? I'm a pirate. I'm a sailor in the prestigious. Just a sailor. Sailor Bloodmond. Please you. Satisfied?
What do you think if you stay ashore?
Well, I should have never relied on Playmore's punctuality. He's a special person, that one. Never expect him to know what time it is. As for me, I don't care as long as there's enough beer.
Why are you sitting here alone?
I don't need company. That's a hint in case you didn't notice.
Sailor sighs heavily.
Why is it that when a person drinks alone, everyone wants to join him? Over there's a whole crew of sailors, eager to share their tales.
Yep, farewell.
Oh, yes.
Pirates. Okay, the funny answer to, how did you get that PDF, and what are you doing here? Steal the stuff? Steal all the stuff. Scroll of... Okay, it says it's a scroll of Bane, but... They did not think that logo through. Okay, can't go upstairs. Guess we're done here. I think the best option is probably to find the wizard. What logo? Oh, the icon for the Bane spell. It looks kinda... Here we are, Scroll of Bane. I mean, look at it. And this is behind my camera. Oh. Is that better? I keep forgetting my webcam's up here. Exactly. Also, Handfist, how's it going? Notice it's just a banana. Oh, fair point. I don't know what I was worried about. Oh yeah, Nolis, could you give a shout out to 8-Bit Goggles? Considering Enfys is on his channel at the moment. Anyway, I'm going back to storming this castle. Getting ready to do a small shop. Nice. I've been doing some shopping myself. As to say, I finally, as I keep saying, fulfilled a 10-year-long dream, and I've bought my first ever 3D printer, which is very exciting. It's a resin printer, so it's going to be pretty good. An interesting thing I've noticed is actually that you can get basically resin for dental, well, basically dental resin. So I can theoretically, if I work out how to do it, I can probably 3D print teeths. I mean, it's like 90 quid a bottle, but it could be very useful. Yep, here's where I killed a load of golems.
Hey, have a look.
Here's where I did a thing, I guess.
I see something. Oh, look. I did as you asked.
Okay. Perception check succeeded. Ooh. A hidden treasure room. A golden golem.
Nolus Smacks printer. You can print so many horns of this thing. To be fair, I probably won't 3D print horns per se, because that would probably work out a bit heavy. Although maybe smaller things. And I suppose in theory I could 3D print a horn to get the pattern from. But then if I've got the digital file for the pattern, I can just print that off as a papercraft file, which is much easier. Okay, what's up, Golden Golem?
Who are you? What right do you have to talk to me?
Okay, Ruse.
Face me if you dare.
Okay, I guess there's a bunch of mimics in here. Why not?
Stand down.
Wow. Okay, mimics, oozes. Bloody heck. Okay, Octavia, what have we got here? Fire snake. You know I'm resistant to fire. Also, I've got a rogue's dodging, so pretty good. So many frickin' oozes. Okay. Juba lost. Scorch him.
You offend me.
What's the AC on these things? Okay, the AC is not that bad, I'm just rolling terribly. And I'm sickened, apparently. Keith, all those mimics, you'd think you were running the adventure. Or you're one of the players. Oops. Okay, Octavia, what have you got here? Invisible Thief.
I'll fight if I have to.
Critical miss? Sure, why not? Notice Koroks are the best or the worst. You don't know which. One just puts a goal up the top of an enemy force and starts a timer. It did get there though, even after messing up Rivali's gale.
Bring it!
Okay. Gonna take a slight risk and heal. Obviously that's gonna heal the enemies as well, but I'm hoping I can deal enough damage that that won't matter. Let's just drop a friendly little fireball. Now it's friendly because it's a controlled fireball, so it won't hurt my friends. Okay, Kanara can just burn these two without any worry. Cool. Octavia.
You can't stop me.
Miri, finish it. Lindsay. Yeah, just.
Deserved it.
And inspire heroics, of course. You know what, burn these. It's annoying me.
Your time is over.
Is this still Breath of the Wild you're talking about, by the way, Nolus? Okay, I should get sneak attack. Yes, perfect. Okay, Amiri, finish it. And move here so I can get sneak attack.
Any last wishes?
Nolus, if you ever get Tears of the Kingdom, you'll know. I'll know. Fair enough. Okay, I've got 2 melee fighters, so we'll see if I can knock it down. Down it goes. Time to finish it.
Away, you rascal!
If I can actually hit it. Now I'm rolling garbage. There we go.
Adventures call to them.
And Octavia, you can switch Invisible Thief off. We got here. Nothing. 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 New mace called Sovereign. Whenever the wield of this +5 hay mace succeeds, it's a new target for the first time. It gets them a +1 to AC. Okay, that's pretty cool. Punch Dagger. Prehistoric Tooth. +4 Necrotic Burst Punching Dagger. Default, this doubles the threat range of a weapon. Okay, that means it's got a much higher chance to crit. Necrotic Burst. An additional 1d6 negative damage on hit. Into the extra damage, a Necrotic Burst weapon deals an extra 1d10 points of negative any damage on a successful critical. Bloody hell, this thing's lethal. Lost key found in Nevrosi's palace. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna save because it looks like a few of these chests are locked. Got a book and some money. Anything else? Oh, just down here. Guess that's everything. No less Vorpal Brass Knuckles. Exactly. Do we need another rest? Yeah, I think we're fine. Let's have another go at this battle then. So last time, obviously, a bunch of lycanthropes kicked my ass.
I'll share my path.
Okay, yep. Was it good? Okay. Let's have another go at this then. To focus on that guy. Oh yeah, he's got a reflex save. I mean, a good reflex save. Okay, chain lightning. Going hard. Gonna summon a monster to help us out. People also gonna have cast stone, communal stone skin. Pretty much essential. Lindsay can haste us. There you throw a bomb at us. I have no idea what just happened there. But I basically lost a Miri's turn, which is annoying. Oh, how dare you haste?
Stand down.
Oh no. Okay. Plan B. Turn into a freaking dragon. Kind of hard to see anything now, but I think a blue flame blast. Oh yeah, reflex save. I keep forgetting they've got freaking reflex saves. And thank you for the quote, Nihilus. See, I'm the hero, so it's going to work for me. Well, sorry, Octavia.
Miserable
Oh no.
last chapter.
No. Ah. Okay. Body stay calm.
Burn.
Ah.
All my knowledge, all my genius, lost.
Yes, we believe you. It's a tragedy. You were lost. What's this fricker's AC? 40. What are you so hard to hit? Yeah, I need something.
So, Taya. This won't kill me.
Okay. Plan here.
Oh, right. Doing it.
So, Taya.
Okay. Let's keep moving and hope for the best.
Sister, protect me.
Okay, that didn't go so well. I think my best strategy might be to hit him with hold person, because he's basically nuked my entire party single-handedly.
I move unseen.
Oh yeah, before we begin, let's not waste any turns. Okay, it's doing that thing again. Occasionally this game glitches out, so dialogue just stops working and you can't save.
And Lindsay was called forth.
You require my assistance?
Sadly, yes.
Just letting the ink dry.
An ambush, eh?
Okay, I think that's a sign I should probably call it here. Don't know why, but I'm feeling kind of blag today, and yeah, if the game's glitching out, I might as well just call it a day before I tilt. Yep. Plus, you know, I need to get some sleep tomorrow because, aside from work, I've got to take delivery of my new 3D printer. So, yep, tomorrow I'll be back with Nick and Goggles on this very channel. And we'll be streaming more of the death of Sonic, sorry, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yep, and so many voices. To be honest, I think doing the deep voices probably killed my throat. Oh yeah, and on Friday I'll be on Nick's channel for some D&D. So what have we got? Icky's streaming some Just Chatting. Yep, one thing before we continue. Yep, so let's see. He's doing Just Chatting. Oh, Iggy was live. Oh, yeah. Iggy made is streaming Coffee Talk episode 2. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think I'll just roll a dice. So I'll just roll my trusty D6 here. If it's odd, I'll raid Icky. If it's even, I'll raid Icky. It's 1, so I guess we're ready, Icky. Sorry, today's been kind of short. But yep, I'll see you all tomorrow for the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Stay tuned for more cosplay related news. Oh yeah, don't forget you can vote for what I'll be streaming as my sort of temporary, well, my shorter stream for tabletop RPGs. Whoever wins, I'll be starting that next week. And yeah, that's about it really. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe and all that. And we're going to raid in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yes, watch Nimona.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, bloody hell, I've been raided. I have a clip. Oh, that's off center.